Howdy, y'all. Yo, Guardsman, I'm here. So I wanted to come at you real quick and throw this out there. Get this information out to everybody you know, especially if they own an EV or if they're a first responder, firefighter, uh, large equipment operators. Uh, I'm surprised that it takes a rocket scientist to figure this out. And by the by, I'm a hobbyist, so the fact that I drew this particular conclusion, I'm surprised nobody else has. Um, Anhydrous diatomaceous earth is what is necessary to put out a lithium fire, or for that matter, any other alkaline fire. It's what they use in the lab. It's what you use in the freaking machine shops, the mechanic shops for, hydraulic fluid spills, all the other types of fuel spills. What really bothers me is that folks haven't put these two and two together. Diatomaceous earth is a non-reactive chemical. It's completely inert. And so if you take that and you coat lithium with diatomaceous earth, at some point it can't get the oxygen necessary to continue the reaction. And the oxides build up inside that diatomaceous earth and just stop the reaction. It's called reduction of reaction. Instead of trying to put the fire out, dousing it with water, which is actually really bad and completely opposite, because water creates its own electrolysis reaction when in contact with lithium or any other alkaline metal for that matter. And so therefore will create a runaway reaction, oxidization, and a Brownian reaction, which is you take hydrogen and oxygen, now that they've been split apart, and you burn them, you combust them. This turns back into water, by the way. But you burn that and combust that. That burns at about 3,700 degrees Fahrenheit. It is so freaking hot that it will literally melt rock. It will vitrify rock. It will dissimulate steel. It will actually liquefy steel. And it will dissimulate other chemicals, even strong bonded chemicals like CO2. So, in all reality, the way to put out an EV fire, like I says, and this is the important part of the video, so please, get this information out to everybody, is to literally douse the fire in diatomaceous earth. Don't use anything that has any kind of liquid to it. It does not need to be liquid. You get liquefaction through basically creating, blowing air through it. If you really need to get that kind of projection to it, you shouldn't have to do that kind of projection when it comes down to diatomaceous earth, but you can get that with just blowing air through it. It's actually better to just dump a ton of diatomaceous earth. That's the best way, straight on top. Fire extinguishers like that are not going to save your ass. They're going to make the problem worse because of the fact that it is an alkaline fire. Now, most first responders should know this. But a lot of the time, and I've seen this a lot, they don't know how to deal with an alkaline fire. Their basic logic behind it is just let it burn out. Just let it go till it's gone, because it's less hazmat cleanup. On the flip side of that, the problem with alkaline fires is that the damage and the destruction they can do, and on top of that, the environmental hazard after the fact. You see, when lithium burns, it puts off a lot of lithium hydrates and lithium oxides and lithium oxypolates. And these, when they get lodged in your lungs, can turn into acids and reduce down and get really nasty and start problems in your body. You don't want to have lithium in your lungs. So like I said, the best way to do this is to actually reduce the reaction as quickly as possible. Which comes back to, again, diatomaceous earth. Like in the laboratory settings, you look around me here, just behind me, I have things to put out fires. I've got fuel for fires. I happen to really do know what I'm doing with all the different aspects of it. All right, I'm not just sitting on my hands and going, oh, well, I think this. No, I've done some serious research into it. I used to be part of a CERT team, all right? And on top of that, long before any of that, I was a super nerd growing up. Like, I talk like a farmer and a redneck, but I'm what you might call an educated redneck. I had a library with nothing but encyclopedias when I was a kid. I had a dictionary when I was a kid. I had freaking thesaurus when I was a kid, just because that's what my mama and my daddy did to me. They wouldn't, I didn't have a whole bunch of other real books to read like everybody else. Well, if I wanted real books to go and read, I had to learn, hard work and go and purchase them myself. So for a long time, all I had was the encyclopedias. My daddy brought out the freaking, local university trash can. And that's how I learned most of everything as I learned. So take this under advisement. I'm this coming from not just a world of I think I know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. 100% I would put my fucking ass on the line with this. I'll actually do the damn fucking experiment if it makes you happy. But I'll put it to you, honest to God truth. Diatomaceous earth on an alkaline fire in order to reduce the reaction. Like I said, get this out to all your first responders. If you are a firefighter, you need to start carrying 3 different grain sizes in your trucks. That'll help you to start on the fire, but it's going to take a lot more than just a couple of bags. It's going to take several dozen bags. Okay. 3 different grain sizes. You need ultra fine, refined, and basic kitty litter. Try to find the unscented, straight diatomaceous earth type. You can get it for, like you have in mechanic shops. You can get it in bulk. Okay. The other 2 are a little bit more difficult to get your hands on, but not by much. So, the 3 different sizes of grain size in the diatomaceous earth gives you that permanent obvious barrier with any type of oxygen. It's that perfect oxygen barrier that you would get from water, but instead it's dry. And that's the big deal with these kinds of fires. Anyways, I hope this helps. And I hope that folks got, the information in time to save their lives, save their friends' lives, save your family's lives, save everybody you can. And, well, I hope you have a good day. This has been EO Guardsman on motherfuckers, and I'm out.